Yes, Man United 5, Lyon 4. Man United through 7-6 on aggregate. What a game. What a game. And guys, girls, everybody, smash the like for Man United and let's just relive the moments that happened. Man United won. So give me 2 seconds and I will show you one of the best clips of the night. Let's just start with this Harry Maguire celebration scoring 5-4. Can you believe it? Look at him with his big slab celebrating. Big old Harry Maguire. Oh my God, my God. Guys, we will be back with everything. Stu and I will talk you through the game, the celebration, and I got some extra thing to share for Bodø Glimt is through on penalties against Lyon, and they will play Spurs in the semi-final. My team from Northern Norway. So it will be a fantastic show. So guys, stay tuned and we will be back after the intro. See you in a sec. Yes, and we are live. Oh my God, what a game. I'm buzzing. Sorry for me. Stu, talk me through it. I need 1 minute just to calm down. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing too much.
I don't know if I can talk you through that. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start. I've seen Neil Driscoll. We've seen roller coasters throughout our lives following Manchester United, but never a topsy-turvy game as that. And we always say on here, I wonder what Ruben Amorim must be thinking. And I think Rio Ferdinand summed it up, didn't he, on TNT Sports? At one point, Ruben's thinking, how the hell do I go into the directors or the boardroom on Monday? On Friday, and explain that, tell them what I want, because you just can't explain it. And whether we like it or not as fans, Lyon gave a right fist of it. We kind of battered them for 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden it became something completely different, and Lyon decided that they could get something out of the game. And, credit where credit's due, they almost did get some out of the game. But the way that the game flowed and the way the game changed was, it's just everything I love about football. And I say it a lot on here, Jarvis. And I always say to you, you've got to sometimes forget what the gaffer tells you and do your own thing. And if you look,
rogue.
That's what Lyon did. At times, you see them get together as players and say, this is what we need to do to go and around the game. And we looked lost at that point. We looked weak. We looked fragile. And then all of a sudden, Big Harry Holmes says, I'll dust off the old fucking shoulder. I'm having none of that. Off we drop with that fucking massive head of mine. I'm going to cause Lyon so much trouble. But I want to point out one thing. I mean, you talk about this all the time, and we're not going to go at Højlund here at all. But what I'm saying is the change of Lacazette coming onto that pitch and totally occupying our three centre halves, not one, not two, but three centre halves, changed the way that Lyon played, because it forced us back and it gave Lyon, particularly Cherki, beef jerky. It gave him space. And when you give a player like that space, he will dictate what he can do. Fofana, another one, very much a Doku type style of player, in as much as He'll just go at you, won't he? He doesn't necessarily have a end goal in mind. He'll just go at you and he'll commit. And so I thought it was massively interesting the way that Fonseca made the substitutions at what he felt was the right time, and it was the game swinger for them. And then, interestingly enough, look at what Amorim did. On the contrary, we became more conservative. Even the amount of pressure that Lyon were putting on us and pushing us back, Cherki was on the ball more. Tolizo was quite dangerous on the back, wasn't he? Tagliafico was dangerous. You know, they were a good, solid side. It was massively interesting to see the way that they utilised Fofana and the way that he utilised Lacazette and the way that we underutilised Højlund and Garnacho. So he brings them off and everybody's looking, well, we're behind here, Ruben. We're losing the game, Ruben. And you're doing this. So just bear with us 1 sec, old friend. I know I'm in football, but my phone, I just need to...
That's okay. That's okay. I will talk to the chat.
It's rung off. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. I just want to say hi to everybody. I see a lot of the legends tuning in. Jay is here, coming in with the 2 month already. Good game, Man United. Good to see you, Jay. Member, supporter of the channel. Thank you, Jay, for being here. Jay United also comes in and say, hey, Jarvis, Stu, and everyone. Danny B is here. Neil Driscoll, as we mentioned. Carlos is here. Jale Malmin coming in and reminding us we also got history. Bodø Glimt in the semi-final. First Norwegian team in through all time qualifying for a European tournament in the semi-final. So it's quite a night for me. Jordan is here. Big up, Jordan. I hope you're well. My Swedish friend. And Raven Strip is here. Lightning. Raven and Lightning. Could it be any better? And we have Unicorn Sky also with her 2 months membership chat and coming in 2 months. And I was here.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Unicorn Sky. Always supportive of the channel. Thank you. We have Jim the Rat Judas coming in with what a result. 10 men against Prime Barcelona at Camp Nou. Glazes in. Ineos out. Yes, Glazes out. Glazes out, not Glazes in. That's just how we like it. And the Rootinator comes in 18 likes. What a match. Yes. If you haven't smashed like 57 people watching at the moment, more people will tune in. So guys, get your comments in. How do you feel? We won. We are in the semi-final. The season is still living. We are alive. We are
alive at the moment. But as I was talking mid-flow, just a little tiny bit. Just continue. So I'm asking myself, what are you doing, Ruben? And we became weak and we became fragile at that particular time. And then once that third goal went in, Lacazette, Cherki came alive. I mean, Cherki's finish was phenomenal strike. Brilliant. Yeah. Interestingly enough, to see Onana actually had zero chance with any of those goals.
Yeah. It's not on Onana tonight. No,
absolutely not. And it was interesting to see.
A lot of good saves. He had 2 big saves, I must say.
2 big saves, yeah. I presume Mazzari went off injured. I don't know. I'm guessing Mazzari went off injured. We don't know, do we? Luke Shaw, I thought was okay. He was steady considering he hadn't played for such a long time. Yoro, I thought was excellent tonight. Might have been culpable for the third goal, but anyway, we'll just scrap that. I'm not going to blame anyone tonight. I was just disappointed to see Amorim take the impetus away from what we had, because Garnacho is our only legs. When you look at what we ended up with, our only legs that come off the pitch. But this is why we all love football, all of us. Me and you live, everyone in the Devilish Tacticos, why we love football, because you just never know. And I always say, don't know, Jarvis, when when we're in group chats together, aren't we? And everybody's really nuts, and I'll go, you do realise there's 95 minutes in a game of football, don't you? And I'll put that. But I said to Jarvis, and Jarvis can quote me on this, I said to Jarvis, with 10 minutes to go, I said we needed extra time to win this game. I text him. He's got it on text. I said, I know that sounds daft, but I knew we needed extra time. There was no way we was going to get away with it before extra time. We needed extra time. And then all of a sudden, they scored twice. And I text Jarvis, we're done.
Yeah, I felt the same. I was so down. I was just like totally flat. I was.
I know, and rightly so. And as soon as I put "we're done," the pen, it's literally I pressed "we're done" button pen, and then Bruno. You can tell how difficult that game was at that particular time because Bruno nearly missed his spot kick.
Yeah.
That was almost a very, very good save because it was a nicely put away spot kick. Good save. A minute later, you've got the composure. We'll go through all this. You've got the composure of Mainoo. And then my man, Slabby, bang. Thank you very much. Peels off to the corner. And then to cap it all off, Jarvis, the stupidity of Andre Onana going down with cramp. What the fuck's he doing? I mean, what are you fucking doing? You hobble around because as long as you are down and the referee is stopping, we're adding more time. So that's why you've got an extra 2 fucking minutes on the clock. You've got 30 seconds for the goal, another minute and a half because Onana, the idiots, instead of running to fucking Amorim, stay where you fucking
It's
are.
comedy FC sometimes too. It is comedy FC.
But yeah, you've got fucking Ferdinand and Savage. By the way, I thought Savage co-commentary tonight was brilliant. He got absolutely everything right. Savage did tonight. He was his eye for the game is phenomenal. But they're all going, where's he got this extra 2 minutes? He hasn't even looked at his fucking watch yet. He's not gonna do it while Anon is rolling around with fucking cramp. So look, I know it's a very small thing, but that small thing could have led to a further goal, and then we have a penalty shootout. Where's the brains? Anyway, let's
bygones.
It's a very small thing.
It's a good day. We can be happy and we can celebrate something.
We can. It's a very small thing, but it's actually, in terms of game play, it's quite an important subject. When to go down and when not to go down. And what you don't go down is in fucking injury time. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys, for ranting.
Neil coming in and say football be crazy game sometimes.
He's right. He's right, but he's seen it. He's seen it all before. He's seen some of this. But it's like we love football. That's why I love football, Jarvis. That's what gets me up and plays football because you never know. Even when you're 4-0 down, you get something inside you tells you can go ahead and win it, doesn't there? There is for me, even if you can't.
I have lost almost all faith. I put a message into a group chat of mine and said 2 minutes left of the season. Can we hope for a miracle with this emoji? And we did. I can't even believe it. It happened. It actually happened. I have to pinch myself. It really happened.
I know.
And the worst thing of all, did we deserve it, Stu?
No. Well, actually, no. Let me take that back. I was a bit too quick off there. I was like a 6 drawer there. Bang. Did we deserve it? Yes, we did. Because any team that claws their way back and scores 3 goals in the final 9 minutes of extra time, absolutely. However, did we really deserve it? No. Again, me and Jarvis were talking about this. Jarvis said, do we deserve it? No. I put no, didn't I? Or something like that. Or I said it to you and you put no. So
I'm glad to be wrong when it comes to this. I'm so glad I'm wrong.
I'm so glad to be wrong. But aren't you so... I haven't had a feeling like that. And I'm not even going to compare it to 99. I'm not going to do it. But I haven't had that feeling since. That feeling of pure relation, and you know, you just yes. At times I'm lost for words, and you know me, everybody. I'm never lost for words.
You are quite elegant with words too. And
I would like to say one thing. I'm absolutely made up for Harry Maguire. I'm made up for the man.
Let's talk about Harry, big Harry, the big slab, because tonight I think he was the man of the match, and I saw it right away. He was so important, so vital for our back three because he gave us another dimension.
Right at the beginning. Yeah, right at the beginning.
He gave us another dimension because Harry Maguire had the ability to pass the ball over the press and over the line and put balls in behind. So they couldn't press us as high and be as aggressive. And that's why I think we had the game in our hand for the first 60, 65 minutes. And I felt that we were so comfortable. We should have won it. easily. Garnacho has so many chances. It was a game of transitions. We won the ball, we sat deep, defended, transition. Garnacho, but we were wasteful. And this is football. This is so fascinating with football. We should just put the game to death, kill the game, but we couldn't. And then Lyon scored, and suddenly all nerves came through, and I don't know, we lost our composure totally.
We did lose our composure, but actually sometimes, you know, in football, it's not you actually lose composure. You can't stop the opposition. And there's a couple of occasions where I just felt that Lyon were not just above us, but quite a way above us. Their speed of play, their penetration, their aggressiveness.
But they could smell blood.
They could, yeah. But then again, so did we. Towards the very end, we smelt blood. As soon as we get the penalty, and then Bruno took it away. Mainoo, secondly, we smelt blood immediately. Wasn't it great to hear the commentators? Thank you. Wasn't it great to hear the commentators go and get the winner? They're absolutely buzzing, and that's how it all feels. And I think the relief that came out of us, I think we all became wild animals at the final whistle, because you're just screaming with joy, aren't you? Cherki, just before we come on air, my lad phoned me, and Jarvis was watching the penalty shootout, and me and Jake's just screaming down the phone, Dad, it's the greatest night of my life. You know, he's 24 years old. I've never been to a football match like this before. I can't fucking believe we won, and that's how I feel. I'm over. I'm so.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I want to read this out from Debutinator. Those 3 goals in 7 minutes reminds me.
Yes, I was there that day.
Wednesday in epic comeback, and I totally agree. Or always winner in the Champions League final.
Michael Owen against
the PSG game when we won the game 3-2.
Yeah,
something like that. It's
absolutely a minute. Oh, Masariatsu had a personal issue, actually, suddenly. We didn't know. I didn't know. Nobody said anything, did we? So Barman's put that on for us.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, I hope he's all right.
I hope he's all right. I just want to say hi. We have so many new arrivals. Dan P, Twalumba Piri, Barman, all of you. Whistler is here. Danny P, I mentioned you, and the Superfly guy is here. A lot of you guys tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Smash the like if you haven't, and let's just go into it and let's play this one more time. Come on, it's an epic moment. Look at this big slab celebrating. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm so glad that we have a player like Harry Maguire actually coming in. Today he showed true leadership. He showed composure and actually coming on. Why can't we just play him as a striker from now? Because Højlund is useless.
Do you know something? He pops one in, doesn't he, the big Maguire? Pops one in and he strolls across as if he's done it for years, which I love. And then when the close-up comes, he looks like Elvis Presley. He's got the Elvis flick. He looks like the king of Old Trafford. You put that picture on again. Look at him. He looks like the Presley. Looks like the God. He looks like the king. Move over.
2002 William Cup. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yes, that was 3 and 5 minutes. Yes, of course.
Just a handful of these moments, and we just experienced it. You know why? And to top it off, Bodø Glimt won the game on penalties against Lazio. You know. And guys, I know I'm tooting on ranting on about Bodø Glimt.
No, tell them about it. Tell them about it.
You understand, they are a totally amateur team from the north with no footballers, really. If you compare to big clubs, it's like Exeter should qualify and go to the semi-final in Europa League, to put it in perspective. So for me, it's a big thing.
So tell them how conflicted you're going to be, old friend.
If it's going to be Bodø Glimt and Man United in the final, I have to just go there with a half and half scarf. I know it's cringe, and I'm a through and through Man United supporter, but this is something else. You know, we all have lower league teams that we support. I don't know, what's your low league teams do?
It'll be AFC Trafford United. So they play in the Central North. They're my local team. They're about 10 minutes away from me. So that would be the team that I would consider. And then, apart from the mighty Tipton Town.
Yeah, but can you imagine if Tipton Town qualified for Europe or something like that?
I would love right now.
The same for me.
I would love to be a Manchester United Bodø Glimt final. I would absolutely love it. I'd love it for you, old friend. And I know the Devilish Tacticos would want that for you as well. I know they would. I know all the Devilish Tacticos would want Bodø Glimt in the final. I think Bodø Glimt beat Tottenham over 2 legs. Both games.
They could.
Both games. I think they beat them at home and away. I think we get through against Bilbao. I don't think Bilbao were that good against Rangers away. They're beating them 2-0 tonight. Interesting game. I think we go through. I think I'm putting it here now, Jarvis. Manchester United v Bodø Glimt. No, I think
But I would say I think Lazio is a better team than Spurs.
Bodø Glimt will beat Tottenham. Bodø give us a real game at Old Trafford. They gave us a game away as well.
We will see. I don't want to get ahead of myself. And by the way, we also have to qualify. We have to go through Athletic Bilbao, and they look really good.
I actually think we can beat Athletic. I think this is the springboard now to go on and win this competition. With all due respect to Bodø Glimt getting in the final, I will have what Stu is drinking. Yes, that's how you do it. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm
a day of celebration.
I'm on Corona tonight. So anyway, cheers. Cheers.
I'm drinking a hard seltzer, actually. Just seltzer, but some...
No, nothing wrong with that. You get it down, yeah.
Let's celebrate, guys.
Yeah.
The Routinator comes in and say United versus Spuds in the final. Well, it could be a great final. Then we have lost to them 3 times this season, but not the 4th.
It's
that
away
would
from
be
home.
like epic.
It's away from home, Jarvis. It means nothing. It's a final. It means nothing. Forget past results. But I promise you, I think Bodø Glimt get 3.
Anyway, Mano in the house. Big up Mano. I hope you were at the game, season ticket holders, as you are. How was it? Tell me. How was the atmosphere at Old Trafford? It must be buzzing. It must be electric.
For the people that stayed, Cherki said a few people were left at 4-2.
They did.
Yeah,
really?
They left. Yeah, left or were certainly out in the concourse areas and started to come back in when they heard.
Jamie Wayne, Heritage.
Guys, just before we crack on, there's 204 watching. Thank you so much. I mean, there's a lot of channels live at the moment, so thank you very, very much for tuning in to us. What we got on? What's the split, Jarvis, my old mate?
The split is 42 on the YouTube, and 161 is watching us on X. So, guys, if you're on X, jump over to YouTube, give us a like at least, and subscribe to the channel. We have 34 likes, so we have a lot of 007 agents just watching, not liking the channel. Please do us a favor. We're an up-and-coming channel, trying our best to make things happen. So, guys, girls, and I just want to say hi to Alan. Part of the reason is Bodø's pitch. They got to win that home game leg with the big enough, and it makes no sense. They are in the semi. Yeah, they play on artificial grass, turf, and they play in the north. You know, it's still winter in the north, so they have a clear advantage at home. So it could be they could win that first leg. And by the way, they should have won at least 4-0 against Lazio at home. They were like dominating them for 90 minutes.
For them to play in European football, though, Jarvis, correct me if I'm wrong here, because of the freezing temperatures in northern Norway, half the games would be postponed. Is that correct? If it was a grass pitch?
Yeah, it couldn't be done. It's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's a great point by Alan, and you're absolutely right, Alan, because artificial turf, 5G, 4G, it's a great leveler in football. Yes. Great leveler. If you're used to playing on it on a week in, week out basis, training on it, absolutely, it is a leveler. There is something though to be said. Now I'll briefly touch on this. The current top end pitches not particularly the latter end of the season, but the very beginning of the season, are as close to flat as a 4G pitch. Although it's a different time of bounce you get on a 4 or 5G pitch. So I do agree with Alan. I really do. But what do you do?
Let's not just waste this moment and talk about Bodø Glimt. Guys, let's talk about Man United. Let's just go into the game and talk about, and let's start with the final goal of Harry Maguire. And everything was in panic mode. By the way, 40 likes. Thank you, Brittany, for keeping account. Everything was in panic mode, and I don't know, Stu. How did you see did you have belief? Did you think that we could score that goal, or was it like it's going to penalties?
You're talking about the Harry Maguire goal.
Harry Maguire. I want to go to the Harry. Let's start with the best thing first.
Once Mainoo scored, I felt, yes, we would, because Bruno, seconds to that, had that volley. And I don't know whether they showed it in Norway, but they showed a rear angle of it. He just cut across it. But Bruno normally would have buried that. So I had that feeling we were going to get it. I didn't think we were quick enough into the box, though, personally, with the ball. Anyway.
Danny B say, I will never say a bad word about him again.
Exactly. Exactly.
Me too.
King Harry.
So here we go.
But while you're playing this in, I've always supported Harry, haven't I, Jarvis?
Always. You have always been a supporter of Harry Maguire. Not me. I've always been critical to the guy. But I must say today, he made a huge difference. And I said it right away in our group chats too.
You did. You said it to me. Yeah, you said it to me. Yeah.
So here we see Casemiro on the ball, hoofing it to Harry Maguire, winning the header and scoring. So what do you think about? Is he a striker worthy in his positioning?
His positioning for a striker, yeah, on that one. And the reason being is because look at the distance, the trajectory that Casemiro comes.
Yeah.
And he starts not in the centre of the goal, but kind of a quarter of the way into the centre. And it's great. But what he does, and what makes it difficult for a defender at that point, is its leverage. Yeah. The defender's trying to back into him, and you're not going to outmuscle Harry Maguire. So all he does is stand there, a little push like that, little kind of that, gives him the room, and his header, the angle that he creates himself, if he gets it across goal, the keeper's not getting it. And the keeper never had a hope in getting that. And he puts it between the post, that perfect postage stamp position where the keeper's not getting it. You just watch him. You just watch him.
Did you want to say Jamie Wayne?
I did really grab the rib. Yes. I was so happy, Jamie. I was so happy.
Big up, Jamie. But
watch the defender try and wrestle him. They got wrestled.
Let's go back. Yeah.
Here.
He's just pushing him away, like so easy.
Yeah. But it's not. And he's, I mean, ideally, he wants to do that and bring his arms back in. But it's the defender's fault. The defender was just caught in no man's land. And they see what I mean about
header.
Yeah, see where the ball lands. Yeah, exactly it. That's the postage
goal.
It's a brilliant goal. A brilliant goal.
It's an amazing. It's almost like kind of the goal Dyer scored yesterday for Bayern, if you remember that goal.
Yeah, good header by Dyer. Yeah,
like the curve of the ball, so easy, makes it look so easy.
The good thing about it is it's the pace on the ball from Casemiro. It's perfect, but it just lands just inside the post. It's that perfect box. It's a brilliant goal. Keeper had no chance.
Oh, I can't even speak now because there was so much happening in those minutes. I was just trying to get some footage.
Everybody was losing their mind.
Pouring in.
Everybody was losing their mind. The commentary team completely lost their mind. Forget anything. It was Manchester United. The commentary team. I love it when it gets so biased like that, and the commentary team completely lost their mind.
Yeah.
But he caused a problem a few minutes earlier as well when there was a potential penalty on Maguire, and I think it was a penalty because yes, they were both shirt tugging, but Mata, I think it was Mata, got a real long hold. Rashmano's in with memberships, Jarvis. Let's get Rushy.
Thank you, Rush. You don't have to. I'm so glad that you support the channel. Thank you, my good friend. You are a true legend of the channel. 5 new memberships on a night like this. We have 5 new members. It's Ghostface. Big up Ghostface. We have Smithy, number 1, coming in. First member. We have Bartek Stella. Big up Bartek. And who else do we have? Admiral Drex. Big up. My good old friend. And who else do we have? I missed one. 1, 2, 3. And we have Z or Z. I don't know how you say it.
I think he's done it again. He's done it again.
No, come on, man.
He has just done it again.
Thank you.
He's done it again.
Thank you, Brushmano. Thank you for gifting another 5 minutes.
You're getting the glasses. Oh, you're getting the glasses.
Where's my buzzer?
You're getting the glasses. God, that is just abysmal, Jarvis. Absolutely abysmal. Well, that's better.
The dog is barking.
Oh, there you go. That's better than your whistle.
Okay. Could you read out the last 5?
Sorry, I haven't got it up. I apologise. I'm letting the side down here big time. Let me just quickly go into it. I'm embarrassing. You read some comments on old pal, and I'll.
People are just thankful to Rashmano for gifting memberships. It's so incredible. Thank you. We have a lot of new emojis. Is it Harry Maguire slabby emoji?
Let's have a look. So where did you go to? What was your last one, Jarvis Mill, mate?
It's we are starting with
Done and Dusted, aren't we?
Done and Dusted.
Done and Dusted is become a member. So is Lyon has become a member. Shayborg 1958, if I haven't butchered your name. Welcome. Madhouse is now a member. Welcome.
Yes.
And
guys, look at Madhouse's emoji. It's
and Danny B. Danny B is also a member. Welcome.
Well deserved, Danny B.
Danny B.
Thank you. Welcome to
the. I've just voted for you. Smash a like for Jarvis. I've just done it for you, pal. And that's for Bodø Glimt, pal.
Vote for Stu. Vote for Stu.
Oh, look at the
slabby. The only one who can speak English in this room.
Have you seen the slabby emojis? They're absolutely brilliant. Are they slabby emojis or are they you? No, they're slabby. Look
at slabby emojis.
Slabby emojis are brilliant.
Fantastic.
Absolutely, they are top draw. Love the slabby. Love the slabby.
Madhouse comes in absolutely handsome. It looks too handsome.
He looks too handsome for that emoji.
By the way, look at Madhouse's emoji. Fantastic. I love this community. I love you guys. You are incredible. Thank you all for being a part of this journey.
Ghostface is here. Loudmouth Football's here.
Big up
all. And what else have we got here? Jordan Walls. I've lost my voice. Brilliant. Yes. And we all. Mine's going as well.
I need to calm down. Let's just go through. I have some small tactical clips about positioning and everything, but I think we don't have the time. It's late. Let's just go through the goals and just live through the motions tonight. It's just one of those. So the first goal that we scored, it was Ugarte, and it was a good ball here from Masraoui over the top. So let me just slow it down a little bit for you too. So you have here Masraoui on the ball. Perfect ball in behind to Bruno. So let's just look at Bruno's motion here. He goes a little bit towards Masraoui and then sprints in behind. So that's how to do it. I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
and starts to run.
Yeah, the fullback there. I mean, wow. Anyway, I don't care. Great run by Bruno. Lovely ball into
Maitland Niles.
Yeah, it was unusual for Maitland-Niles. I can't believe he was caught kipping. I think he was thinking about what he's going to have for dinner. Don't know, but
It's a sin. You can't do that as a fullback.
No, you don't do that. I've been livid. I've been absolutely tearing the strip off him.
Let's look at Maitland-Niles once more.
Bruno only steps up, only puts a foot up.
Yeah.
And it give him 3 yards, 4 yards. Look.
It was a good feint.
Yeah, and Bruno's not quick, and he's a good 6 to 7 yards away from him.
Looks like Speedy Gonzalez.
Now, the goal actually, that's not what really creates the goal, because if you look at Bruno when he takes the ball, he miscontrols it slightly, and he has to do a step. It's Garnacho's run
behind him.
Yeah, so Garnacho's run across the goal into space that creates the space for Ugarte, but it creates the goal and it gives Bruno a pass. Otherwise, Garnacho doesn't make that run. If you push Garnacho back a little bit, just a little bit, we won't spend too long.
Where's Garnacho? This is Garnacho.
You pull him back a bit. You just pull the video back. He doesn't do that. Then Bruno's looking at a back pass towards Mazzari or across into the box.
So
now the run comes in. The run
makes this goal.
That's the goal. If that run doesn't happen, and I know what you're going to say, Galloway, he gets the ball, but he doesn't get it if he doesn't make the run. It's a brilliant run by Garnacho, very intelligent, because Bruno's not sure what to do at this point. There's the ball. Here comes Ugarte.
But it's a brilliant first touch.
Brilliant by Garnacho. Now, Garnacho's got two options here. He fires it to the far post as we look, tries to hit the corner. He pops it into Højlund. Well, I think Højlund's making the right move anyway.
This is what I want from
brilliant centre forward play. And he makes the space
centre back into the goal.
He makes the space for Ugarte to slide in.
Yes.
It's a great piece of play all round.
And how he made that pass, I don't know if on the outside with his left foot, or
it was just a nice little. Yeah, you got to take it straight away on your left. You can't. If you take a touch there, Jarvis, bang, they're gonna clean you out. Højlund in particular there was absolutely brilliant. He really was. In a good game.
Let's give the man some credit. Let's get him some credit.
But lovely play by Garnacho. Garnacho's the catalyst for that.
Yes.
You can see why, because of the way that Bruno took the ball and slowed himself down, slowed his own momentum. Once he got it under control, knew what he was doing. Great balling.
So we were 1-0 up. I felt that we had the game in our hand. And
we did. In the palm of our hands.
We had the game. And when you look at the momentum of the game, I bring this up now and then just to show you guys how the game went. So let's just look at the momentum. Here it goes too. So here you see we are in red, they are in white. And if you look at the momentum, we had the momentum, we scored a goal, and we kept the momentum. But then Lyon came back and had some attacks. But at the end of the first half, we were pushing for that second goal.
Yeah.
And we scored. So I think it was a good game, and when you look at a game, it shifted from one side to the other all the time.
Yeah, it was a definite power shift. But then when we got our goals, we became and even when Lyon scored, we were a lot in the ascendancy.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Get some comments. I will find the second goal.
Yeah. So let's see where we are. Let's have a look. Oh, we got some comments in. Let's have a look. Madhouse Maguire looks too handsome for that emoji. I know we've done that one. Let's have a look. Jordan Walls. So Ghostface is in. Good to see you, Ghostface. Sup, lads. Great game, and credit to Lyon for fighting the way they did with 10 men. Bilbao will really trouble United. And I don't think Tottenham will cope in Norway against Bodø. I agree with that statement.
Yes.
Danny Beeson, me too. Blew my voice box, Jordan. Nice. Jamie Wang, thankful we went through. It's Bank Holiday tomorrow. It is indeed. It's Good Friday here in the UK. What else? Okay, we'll get to your comments in a bit as well, guys.
Yes. This is not the second goal, but this is a very beautiful ball from Dalotness coming with
Dalot. Hashtag Dalotness.
Yes. So I think we have to give him some credit. It's a beautiful ball over the top, and look at Bruno running in behind. As we said, Bruno is not a quick player, but he finds space.
It's a fantastic volley.
If that goal had gone in, it will be like Van Persie-esque.
It would, yeah. It's very similar to Rooney, Van Persie. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very similar. Took it really well. He couldn't have done any more.
But when you looked at it in the rerun slow motion, he slipped.
But also, you've got to bear in mind, you've got to control the volley over your head. It's a very difficult task. It's a fabulous effort, that is.
If I had tried that thing 100 times, I would probably hit ball 1 out of 100. Maybe 2. Maybe.
It was, very, 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 very good effort.
DJ Superfly is saying he's going to watch the game again on MUTV.
Absolutely. Yes, I should be watching it on YouTube later. or definitely a rerun on TNT for definite. Yes.
Yeah. It was a good game. Let me just see if I can find that.
Jamie Wayne's got a quick question for you. Are you going on Neura's channel in 8-bit?
If he's still live when we're done here, I will probably jump over and say hi to the guys. I don't know. I have some clips of Garnacho running in behind. I have a clip from Cherki dribbling all the way through and get a finish. I'm not going to play that one.
Not Cherki.
No, Cherki.
Oh, Cherki. Beef Cherki.
Beef
played
Cherki.
well tonight. Cherki played very, very well tonight. He's a good player.
Let's just show that.
They reckon he's off, don't they, in the summer?
You think so? Could he come to us?
Not if we get Cunha. But if we don't get Cunha, you'd certainly look at him.
There's some rumors that we are more linked to Cunha than ever now this weekend. No,
we're very heavily into Cunha. Yeah, very heavily into Cunha.
So let's just have a look at Cherki. Some nice 1-2s here, or just one.
Yeah, it's beautiful bit of play.
Here he is. And the way he just takes the ball away from pressure. And look at Dordu now.
He's the ball very well, doesn't he, Cherki? I know he's predominantly left-footed, but he strikes me as a player that'd be equally good with both feet. Very balanced. We didn't see any of that in the first game. We
didn't. And the way he just charged at us in this moment, you know.
It was a good save, that, because he's done everything we wanted him to, but when you get to play like Cherki on his left foot, who's very direct, and it was a wonderful play. But I want to point to the issue, the big elephant in the room,
please.
And the big elephant in the room is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red shirts. That's the big elephant. And when he carries on. Look at 6 red shirts there. Look how bad that for one player. 6 red shirts for one player.
But it tells you a little bit about his qualities as a footballer.
Oh, it's tremendous. Look, when you have
a couple of ballers who can do this. You have Kvaratskhelia, Messi, Cherki.
Yeah. When you're taking the ball 40 yards out and you were running into the box, and you get a shot off, i.e. you don't get dispossessed, there's a very, 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 very good footballer in there from a dribbling perspective. But that doesn't make a footballer, does it?
He points out he doesn't have a weak foot.
I don't think he's got a weak foot either, Danny, I agree. But that doesn't make a great footballer. just being able to get around 5 players. We saw it years and years ago with Georgie Kincladsey at Man City. Very, very talented footballer, very slight, could take players on. But then David Silva comes into the mix 10 years later, and you see what that type of player should be. And I think Cherki's got a lot of David Silva's temperaments about him, his skill set, his ability to pass the ball, shoot. Very, very, very good player. I didn't see that in the last game, Jarvis, last week.
No, we didn't. Good observations too. So now to the second goal, the Dalot goal, and the guy who's passing the ball is the big hairy slabby Maguire coming in with a beautiful pass.
Cherki is very cheap. We can get him and Cunha for sure. That's if we want to be a top football team. Totally agree, Emmanuel. Totally agree.
How are we talking?
Dan P's coming in. Well, apparently Lyon are in a lot of trouble, aren't they, financially?
Yes.
A lot of trouble financially. For his rumoured release clause, Cherki would be a great bargain signing. Dan, do you know his rumoured release clause? If you could pop it in the group, mate, we'd love to hear that.
Mm-hmm. So second goal, it's Dalot's goal, and it's a beautiful ball here from Harry Maguire.
Don't you mean King Maguire?
King Maguire, yeah. Let's call him this tonight. So I think Dalot makes a good job shielding the ball. There was no free kick. It's a beautiful finish.
Dalot was absolutely brilliant there. And if you look at the Maguire chance, it's completely different. It's Kettle of Fish, it's the other way around. Dalot's in front of the player. But I thought he'd screwed up because once he gets away from the player, he doesn't quite know what to do with the ball. It almost gets stuck under his foot. Yeah, it almost gets stuck under his foot. Kind of there. Do you see what I mean? It's almost stuck under his foot. But that actually helped him with the slide, push the ball away from the keeper. It's a brilliant finish, a brilliant goal.
But his first one should have been inward towards the goal.
What did we say? When you're running towards goal, 1, 2, 3. That's your strike on 3. On that, it's 1, 2, strike on 3. But it was like 1, 2, 3. It was a very quick strike. But the ball from Maguire was supreme.
I see we have Johnny K in the house.
And Johnny K, yes.
Big up, Dave. Big up, Johnny K. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Remember to smash the like. 286 people watching. 250 on X35 on.
Yes, keep coming, please. Keep coming.
Yeah. So we just have to just rush through the goals and see if we can. I have so many things I want to show you guys, but there's no time. Let me just
saying 20 million cash. Installment payment plan of around 30 million would take it.
20 million?
Cash, that is, plus an installment plan of around 30. So 50 million, they say. Interesting.
That shouldn't
come in, by the way. We'll have to have a look at him before the next game. But is Owian Sanchez. Okay, we need to have a look at that. Yeah, need to have a look at him. Thanks for that, Ghostface.
The first Lyon goal, they were putting us under pressure. They had a chance. They won the ball back, and now they played it back to I don't know if it's Maitland.
That's Maitland-Niles, that is, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's about to cross the ball over, and let's look at our defensive play. No. This is the Onana save.
That's the save, the Onana save, yeah.
It's a wonderful save.
It's a very good save, yeah, really good save, yeah.
It's number 8.
Yeah, it's a great save. Yeah. He had no choice, by the way, but to parry that back in. I mean, the first thing you do is keep the ball out the back of the net, and that's what he did.
So Lyon had their chances, so it wasn't undeserved that they equalized.
I don't know. It wouldn't be undeserved. No, I mean it was a good header. Toliso's, dangerous in the box. It's a good header.
Okay, yeah. Here's the goal. Lyon goal.
I think Tolisso got the first goal, didn't he? I can't remember now.
Neither do I. Everything is just a blur. A blur. Okay, this is the Lyon goal. Let's go to it. I think it was a corner kick, it was a rebound, and they headed the ball in again.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just gets in front of Euro, doesn't he?
Yeah. But I think we look we sit in a good position, I would say. Everyone is marked tight. We have control on every player in the Lyon team. But Dorgu maybe is a little bit weak. You see, he gets pushed off.
Yeah, he does.
He's a big guy. He should be able to give more trouble for the Lyon guy. I think it's at Mata, one of the centre backs.
Who? Jashari.
And it's number 8 who scores. I don't know if that's Tolisso. Yeah, that's
Tolisso. Tolisso scores the first, doesn't he? Yeah. Look, I thought we were okay in terms of our setup, but I think we were just a bit weak. I think you're right. I think Dorgu was a bit weak. Also, I think Yoro just a little caught on his heels a bit, but it was a goal.
It was a goal, yeah. So what are the guys saying, Stu?
So the guys are saying, have we heard of a player? Jamie Wayne's asked, have we heard of Arden Jashiri? I haven't, Jamie. If you could tell us who he plays for, we can have a quick look at him for sure. And Rushmana comes in, a couple of Amorim. Amorim, you think it's hard, but you try to make some changes to push some players, to force yourself to give energy to the players in this club, in the stadium. You always have a feeling it can happen. Absolutely. I like that statement. I like it.
I think Amorim needed this, and I think this group of players needed this.
Amorim needed it. He was getting a bit spiky in the press conference, wasn't he? So Ghostface and Arna standard again. Danny B says, yeah, he's definitely a baller. Jashari, it looks like Brighton might sign him.
Yeah.
Stu Arden Jashari. I've not seen him, but I'll have a look. Anana needs to stop standing still in games. Dan P comes in with, I thought the free kick awarded leaned to the first. Yeah, it was a strange one. It was allegedly handball. I didn't see a handball on that either.
When it comes to the game, I must say I have utterly and fully respect for Lenny Euro and the way he defended today in certain situations. He put his body on the line.
He put his head on the line.
He's put his head on the line. And guys, I just want to show you this. From now on, I sometimes call him Maldini because I feel he has some of the same attributes. But look at him. He slips, but he gives everything. He throws his head in like that.
Phil Jones-esque, that is. Phil Jones.
But that's how a defender should act. They should do everything possible to defend that goal.
Yeah, it was good to see Casemiro behind him as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Casemiro could have taken his head off there, You see Casemiro, the way he's going in.
It's kicking his face.
His head off. Yeah, but he gets on with it. Yoro. Well played, son. Well played, son.
Well played. I commend defenders like that. He's got a big star and a plus in my book.
You put your face on the line. Stevie Bruce.
Yeah. But that's how you win football games.
Yeah. Oh, of course it is. Yeah. You ever see a good looking centre half ever?
It's not about looks. But that guy who took that shot, Fofana
played very well. Very well.
And Dalot struggled at times against him, I would say. And,
I thought Dalot's second half very poor. Very good first half, very poor second.
So now we come to the second goal, the 2-2 equalizer of the game, and it's Fofana against Dalot.
Yeah.
Twists and turns, and he gets past him. Cross comes in. That I don't think that's a pass, but Maitland Niles.
It's a strike. And Tagliafico scores. Lacazette claimed it, didn't he? But it was in. Yeah, it was in. Yeah, Tagliafico.
But again, I think Lenny Yoro is a little bit weak in that duel. No, Dorgu.
Dorgu.
Why are the two guys here?
We're all caught ball watching. United actually caught ball watching here. Dorgu won, Yoro secondly. He didn't know Tagliafico was behind him. If you look at Yoro, he leaves the ball. Watch him. I'm not blaming Yoro, by the way.
This is Yoro, yeah.
I'm not blaming him, but he'll leave the ball because he doesn't know where Tagliafico is. There you go. See how he just goes like that? He just leaves the ball.
Lets the ball pass him. Yeah.
Yeah. Tagliafico scores. There's not much more to say about that, old friend.
No.
But I'm not going to blame anybody. I refuse to blame anyone tonight for anything. So
no, not on a day like this. But we are here to analyze what happened.
The Vita is right, which is what we said. All four of them ball watching.
Yeah. So we struggle a little bit. We conceded 4 goals tonight, so the defense wasn't that good.
We got problems when you concede 4 goals, and the goalkeepers had no chance with all 4.
So now we come to the yellow card, the second yellow. So what do you think, Stu? Was it a?
It's a tangle of legs for me.
Yeah.
So this is a tale of 2 teams, Jarvis. If it's against you, you're screaming, no chance. If it's for you, you're getting on with it quietly. It's just a pure tangle of legs.
If you look here, this is where
that's where it happens. Yeah, knee to ankle or knee to heel.
I think it's harsh.
It's very harsh.
It's not a second yellow in my book.
No, for us, brilliant, and you just get on with it. For Lyon, you'd be going absolutely nuts. You'd be going.
So in a way, they got robbed. In a way,
I wouldn't say robbed. He's looked at it. The referee thinks it's a cynical tackle. The referee thinks he's cynically, number 8 is cynically slightly took Yoro out. It's a cynical tackle. But Yoro is very clever at the same time as well because.
But Tolisso was one of their best players.
Yeah, I know. But one of the arts of defending, Jarvis, and it doesn't go down well in the book, is if you are seeing a player, if you are coming across to a player, right, and you are coming, instead of going side by side with him, get in front of him and make him fall into you. It's a professional foul. It's a cynical foul. 9 out of 10 times you'll get away with it as a defender. But on occasions, if you're chasing the player like Tolisso is, like that, if I can find the camera, you won't. But if you're more like that, you will. So if you're halfway up his side, like that, you'll get away with it. If you're there, you won't. But I'm with you. I don't think there was any contact. Oh, there might have been the slightest bit.
Yeah, when you look at his pictures, there were a slight contact.
And if you're running at speed,
leg.
If you're running at speed, Jarvis, it will take you over. It will take you down.
But is it a yellow card? That's the thing. It's a
No,
free
not a
kick,
yellow card.
definitely.
He's gone for cynical foul, so it's a yellow card because he's gone for cynical foul. I'd like to know what Keith thinks of that.
Yeah, Ghostface comes in and say it's a harsh call in my opinion. But you can't go to VAR over a second yellow, and that's the thing.
Yeah, you can't.
So,
but it didn't affect them, though, did it?
He was their best player, and they had the momentum. They have just equalized for 2-2, and it didn't look good for us. So I think it affected the game more than it looked for us as Man United fans. Mick comes in, big up Mick comes in and say greetings from the mental hospital. Madhouse. If a game like 99, but hey, semi-final, baby.
Yes. Exactly, semi-finals. Absolutely.
Hope you're well, Mick. Mick is back in Sweden now, visiting his parents. He hasn't been there for 2 years. So big up, Mick. Big up. Good to see you. Mick. And DJ Superfly guy comes in and says he must have clipped his legs.
At speed.
He wouldn't have gone down. Yeah.
Yeah, at speed, it only needs the slightest touch and you're gone.
let's just play it one more time. So, it's too late. There you see the touch. Bonk, just leg to the knee.
Yeah, it's leg to the knee. It's like I say, it's one of those. I don't think Tully.
But it's not a foul.
I don't think it's a foul.
No, it's not. It's not. But we caught a break.
We did catch a break on that one.
Yeah,
very much caught a break.
Yeah. So it was a red card. We were up against 10 men. The game was 2-2, and we were going into extra time. So, and then Lyon came back and scored.
They did.
Was it the penalty? Was the first goal? Luke Shaw.
No,
No.
it wasn't the pen, was it? Didn't the pen make it 4-2?
It's a 3-2 goal. Yeah.
Cherki got the third.
Cherki, yes.
Cherki.
So
Beef Cherki got third.
Beef Cherki.
It's a brilliant finish. It's just a brilliant finish.
So they're playing out from the back. You see here the full back is Maitland Niles, and I don't know who this is, dropping down. And look at how we get caught. It's
the first time ball, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's Lenny Yoro who, I think he overcommits in this situation.
He's out of position, is Yoro there.
Yeah. He tries to be aggressive, but he's out of position.
Yeah, he was way out of position. You could always tell because Maguire got way too much ground to cover there.
Yes, and the guy who came on the ball, that was Fofana.
Yes, look where Cherki is at this point.
Yeah, where is he? Is this Cherki?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yep. I'm sure that's Cherki, that. Here you go.
Again, also Maguire.
Right, so we get a tackle here. So Maguire, the trouble with Maguire is, remember he slips for a start, but do you remember telling you that if you are the wrong side of a player like that, he's always going to come in on the left-hand side. And it's always, so as you're coming across, he's always going to come across you like that. And it makes your life an absolute, you're just never going to be able to. He didn't back himself. He didn't start to go backwards. He didn't run backwards. If he ran backwards rather than the side, he'd be a bit more sturdy. And he might have been able to make a block tackle. However, Shaw, Dalot, Maguire, we had enough chances to clear that ball. So if you watch now, Dalot gets a tackle.
I will bring that up, Stu. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to go to the goal space and say I argue that if he doesn't get sent off, it's possible those 2 extra goals for United don't happen.
Yeah, we don't have the time. Yeah, we don't have the time. You're exactly right, Ghostface. We don't have the time.
Yeah, and DJ Sufly guy, he agrees. And Cass 257 comes in and say this manager needs to control games.
Good to see you, Bob. Good to see you.
And to make changes after United 2-0 up, it was all Lyon. Our manager had no changes.
No changes to counter press.
Yeah. So yeah, but I don't know if it's on Amorim. You know, I won't blame the manager on this because I think it's the mentality of the players. You have to be robust. You have to be resilient when you come deep into Europe and come in situations like this because game shifts. If you can't score that third goal and kill the game, this will happen. It always happens. We have seen so many quarterfinals, semifinals of the Champions League. We always see this happen.
Yeah,
and it's like mad, crazy outcomes. So yeah, we are meltos in a way. Yeah, I agree, Danny. I agree. So and Jay also agrees with me. It's not an Amorim at all. Yeah. Maybe the manager could have done something, but you know, it's hard in the heat of the moment. So let's go back to this situation. You see Fofana going here.
So Dalot's the key now.
Yeah.
So if you watch Dalot, there you go. He gets something on the ball. Shaw's taken out, but Cherki.
What about Onana? Ghostface say we have to look at Onana. Stood still again.
Shit. I mean, I see what Ghostface is saying, but if you look at it from behind the goal, he ain't got a hope of saving that. But it all happens around Yoro and the space in behind Yoro. Maguire not getting his position correct and his body shape correct, which allows Fofana to come in. Dalot makes a weak effort. Shaw gets taken out by Fofana. But look at Cherki. When Cherki picks up the ball, he uses Fofana, I think he goes around Fofana. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. Does he go? Oh, no, he doesn't. Fofana stays. And then he's not stopping it, in my opinion. But, I'm not a goalkeeper, so.
No, but Stu, you're a defender, and don't you sometimes block one corner of the goal to make it easier for your goalkeeper to make the save? Because I think Onana is used to this. In Italian football, it's very regular that he's
over to the right. He's over to the right
and make it easier for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's over to the right. If you look at him, he's on his right-hand post. Cherki's a very clever player.
It's a great finish from Cherki.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the space and the covering of Maguire was never going to work. Yeah. It was a good finish. To me, it's a good finish anyway.
It is.
So Ghostface is saying that Goldbridge has been a bit of a twat again.
Okay. What's new?
He said, I don't like Goldbridge because he said that he wishes that Shaw stayed injured after the foul for a penalty. And people subscribe to his channel.
Millions do. It's not good. It's not good. But at least if you're here, we will try to keep it sane. I'm not going down that path ever.
Apparently, Lindelof had to go for urgent family issues as well. Very strange.
Very strange. Yeah. Mono comes in and say,
the player switched off and didn't put easy chances away in the second half. Yeah, I mean, Garnacho missed a couple of good chances, didn't he?
Yes. So now the penalty situation. It was Fofana again running at us. Let's take a look at the overview situation first and go to the close-up. Why can't I slow it down? I can't. Yes, I can. So bring it up here, drips, and we are ready. Roll tape.
Look, he's running between four players. And I will say, when you run into the box, anything can happen. A stray foot, you run into a player, anything can happen. And it's got his just rewards by being direct, running into the box. And he's Luke Shaw's come across too quick, couldn't stop. Game over. It's a stonewall pen. The end.
It was a stone cold pen. There was nothing we could do about it. And
nothing we could do about it. As soon as the ref went,
I don't know if I even blame Luke Shaw. You have to do something. You can't just.
No, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming it. Luke Shaw just come in a little bit too hot. But at the end of the day, if Luke Shaw doesn't do it, doesn't try and make a tackle, the guy might be in on goal anyway. So, look, it's a stonewall pen. Nothing we can do about it. He's got very good feet. It just is. Yoro might have taken him out if Luke Shaw hadn't.
Yeah.
Because there's three players. He's in between three players there. And Eriksson coming around the back. So.
But Fofana makes this happen. It's
Fofana's, this is what I've been wanting Garnacho to do recently.
He's a good baller.
Yeah.
How he takes the ball with him. 2 feet dribble.
Very close to his feet. It's what I want Garnacho to do. I think Yoro gives away a penalty anyway if it's not sure.
Yeah. So it was a penalty, and I don't know. We don't have to see the Lacazette scoring on the
No, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that.
So thing didn't look good at this moment. We were struggling, and then the penalty situation happened. So again, was it a penalty? There was a touch, but is this a penalty in your minds too?
I was in two minds of this, and Rio was saying Stonewall. Robbie Savage was unconvinced. I'm inconclusive, if I'm being honest. I don't know where the touch is, but there must be a touch.
But Stu, I have a question. Why do they go through this act when VAR
For the VAR
penalty check, and then they ask the referee did like this? He needed to see it for himself. But why do they do this act? Always when the referee goes out and look at the screen.
I don't
Is it like a charade?
Well, it's like a drama, isn't it? Keep you on edge, because I guess the ref thought, and Infantino's at home saying, "Oh yeah, VAR, dial this one out, lads, because United score here, it's getting back on." Who knows what's being said anywhere, but. For me, it was inconclusive. I'd love to know what the devilish tactic is.
If the VAR room can't decide by looking at it, like how many referees are in the VAR room? Is it 3?
4, isn't it? 3 or 4, isn't it?
4 referees sit there and look at it over and over again and tells the referee on pitch, it's something here. You have to come see it yourself. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
They should just tell him it's a penalty or not. And if they're not sure, they should just say it's not a penalty.
I like I say, for me, it was really inconclusive. I watched all the replays, and I couldn't definitively say where the touch was. But everybody else says it was a touch, and that's great for me. I've got no issues with it. By the way, Kaz has come in. All right, Kaz, good to see you, mate. Stu and Jarvis, I was having heart attacks. We must control games. Totally agree. The only way to counter their attack is to have left wing back and right wing back outlets, which is what Jarvis talks about a lot. Garnacho only outlet with legs. Mount came on very late. Totally agree, Cass. You must come on the show again soon, pal. Must get you back on, please, because you're great value. Stephanie didn't. Defo with pen. Danny P. Defo pen. I like this.
Okay, so let's look at it.
He was a bit biased towards United, wasn't he, Savage? But I like that, so I got no problem with that.
So there's the touch. So it kicks Casemiro's legs, but does it stop him from a clear? Okay, play it normal speed. Yes, I can see. Yes, yeah, okay, I get that. And that's a Stonewall pen then. I thought originally. I must admit, I must have closed off, but I thought he touched the ball, because did you see the ball trajectory? Doesn't move, and I think that's what flummoxed the referee. See what I mean? Watch the way. See where the ball doesn't move, so that suggests to the referee that Tagliafico's caught the ball because it doesn't move. It's not a double touch. It's not 2 feet on it, it's 1 foot. But that's, I think, what's flummoxed the referee. And that's probably what flummoxed me, because it's a straight ball up in the air. But anyway, we got the pen. Get in. It was contact, so
it's a pen. It's a pen. Yeah.
That's against us. Would you say it's a pen?
Oh, it was Almeida. Almeida, was it? Sorry, it was Almeida, they were saying. Cheers, Dan.
Okay, yeah, it was Almeida that caught him. Yeah. So it was. Let's give it to the referee. It was a good call.
Yeah, but the reason I think that he didn't give it in real time was because of the flight of the ball.
Yeah. So it wasn't as controversial as we first thought. No. We scored at the penalty. Bruno scored. You want to see the penalty?
I would, because I thought it was almost a brilliant save.
Okay, let's
a bit of history for Rushmano. Manchester United, the first team in history to score 2 goals in 120th minute of a major European match. Brilliant! Wow! I didn't know that either. Up to Joe. Thanks, Emmanuel, for clearing that up for us. Cheers, Dan P, for clearing that up. Steph's right, can't take equals pen, absolutely. Casemiro's right foot was caught. It was a crazy match. Yeah, that's my excuse. Mine was the football going up in the air, Dan. 100% from Danny B. Penn. Ghostface, not to be mean, but I was kind of hoping that after Maguire's goal, Lyon was going to go to the other way and score. But only Suckley Savage's biased ass crashing out. But I'm happy for United to win. Thanks, guys. Are you Ghostface, are you a United fan? Forgive me for asking. I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just wondering. I'm just asking a question, mate. You don't have to answer. And Bruno, pen was ice cold. It was, but it was almost a superb save, in my opinion. That goalkeeper, that's the closest I've seen a keeper get to Bruno Pen in a long time.
Okay, let's look at it.
I'm going to tell you now, guys, it was power that scored. The keeper, it was, look how close that keeper is. I actually think the keeper pushes it into the net anyway. There's too much power on it. But Bruno didn't do his hop skip, did he?
No.
It was a wonderful
and a jump.
Oh, great. Ghostface, thank you for that, mate. I was just asking. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
Space. Yeah, big up.
Thank you. Every fan's welcome anyway, but thank you. That was Stephanie's right, by the way. Steph said Bruno's pen was ice cold. I totally agree. But my God,
it was the captain's performance tonight. He stepped up when needed. That's what a captain do.
Yeah,
like Roy Keane semi-final against Juventus.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. He's right. The keeper was a monster. Very big, commanding keeper. He was close, wasn't he, Jarvis, to getting that?
Perry is his name.
Perry's name, yeah. Very close to getting it. Very close to getting
it. So it was game on, 3-4, and we were chasing the equalizer. And then Mainoo happened.
What you're about to see is somebody dipped in an ice bath and jumping out into a volcano. Because you are about to see the coolest finish under pressure that you're likely to see in a long, long time for a young kid and the pressure cooker atmosphere that Old Trafford was at this point.
But what I like about this is, we were in distress. We needed a goal. Time was ticking, and the stress level was really high.
This is what I mean.
Bruno took his time here.
Yes, he did.
Walked casually with the ball.
Yeah.
And the Bruno that we got to know, that we are used to know, usually just is like speeding in 110 kilometers at an hour and trying to do everything he can to score the goal.
Everybody at this time, Charles, the stadium, the manager, the players, the fans, everyone, get a fucking move on Bruno. Football intelligence.
But now we actually, so I will give credit to Bruno for actually
Look where Mainoo is. Look where Mainoo is. Lovely position. Edge of the area. 3 around him in space. Now watch Mainoo now.
And his Casemiro, who was actually, I think he operated like an extra striker.
Brilliant today, Casemiro. Watch Mainoo now.
He was.
Watches the line perfectly. Jogs in. That touch there is a monster. That's the monster. That's where you've just picked him up out the ice bath, popped him into the volcano. 2 players around him. I can't tell you how good that touch was. That one little side touch. And everybody at this time, the whole of England has erupted at this point, like Mount Kilimanjaro. That I just cannot tell you the pressure. And he's played there, Jarvis, as if there's nobody around. You can't hear anyone. Have you noticed? I can't hear
Time stood still.
Time stood still for him.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely brilliant goal. Oh, Stephanie's got to go. Cheers, Steph. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you perhaps Sunday night, hopefully. It was a brilliant goal, Jarvis. I just cannot tell you how good that. And why I say ice bath to a volcano is the cool, calm collectedness of the kid in the absolute volcanic surroundings of Old Trafford. I can't tell you how good a goal that was. I don't think he even knew what he'd done. It was almost like an out-of-body experience for him.
I think this is the body out-of experience for him.
Ghostface, I immediately muted Savage there. That's when he's realised what he's done. Look at
Kobe.
Yeah, he's realised there what he's done. Oh, he's doing the Xerxes impression.
Yes.
He's done the Xerxes celebration, look. Except Xerxes turns around. He was doing the Xerxes celebration. I never noticed that at the time.
Kobe.
King Kobe, absolutely. I thought Amos was decent when he came on. I know we haven't got a lot of time to talk to him tonight, but well said there, Danny B. Well said.
So can we put this to bed? We're not selling Kobe. We're not selling Kobe Mainoo this summer. We're not.
Slabby, Maguire. No,
we're not selling Kobe this summer.
No. Although
not in a million years.
He has got class. He probably put another 50 million on his price tag tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell him for 100 now.
Yes, he's got class. You're absolutely right. It's a brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant goal. What we got here? Andre. What about we're just about to get to that, but we had right at the very beginning of the show laid loads of praise on
big up Andre, good to see you. He's a friend of mine, so I know this guy.
I don't. Well, big up, there you go. Is he a Bodø Glimt fan?
Yeah. He's a die-hard Bodø Glimt.
He's a Dodo.
Congrats with Bodø Glimt, Andre. Yeah. He travels, but unfortunately, he's also a Spurs fan. So it's a big game for him. Bodø Glimt against Spurs. No, Arsenal fan. Sorry. My mind's gone.
Well, that's all right. Someone's going to be an Arsenal fan, haven't they?
Yeah. Boo. Okay, let's end where we started.
Yes, the same where we started. Yeah.
Harry Slabby Maguire goal. So let's look at it one more time. Harry Amas to Casemiro.
Look at the run to Casemiro. Brilliant ball in. Brilliant little header. Get it. He's a Spurs fan, not Arsenal. You've upset him now. Oh, so he's really conflicted then. Andre's a Spurs fan. He's really conflicted.
No, he's not. No, he's an Arsenal fan.
Oh, he's an Arsenal fan, is he?
Yeah. He's just fucking with us. That's just.
All right, guys. Can you please, Andre? Please like the video if you can, and subscribe to Jarvis's channel. That'd be great.
I know it's not been one of those regular shows. Not the deep analysis, just...
No, it's been a brilliant show. I think we're all happy, aren't we? We're all slightly relieved, but all as well slightly. We're all elated, and it's nice to be elated for once.
Can we slow it down and think what will happen next? Where do we go from here, Stu?
Do you know something? We're not going to get relegated. So I would start Harry Amas. I would start... a lot of the youngsters for the remaining games of the season. And I would concentrate and make sure our players are 100% fit for the first leg of Bilbao. That's exactly what I would do.
When's the game?
I'm not quite sure. They might be able to tell us the devilish tacticos. But for me, we can't get relegated. So it matters not now. We're so far down the league. The prize money is not going to matter too much. We need the prize money from winning the Europa League and getting into the Champions League in the summer. I would write off the season now. It's already been written off, and I would really start playing Collier, Amas. I'd bring in Obi up front.
What do you do with the Binder situation?
Yeah, I'd put Binder in. I'd bring in Kone. because Kone's a wonderful talent midfielder. And I would, if Heaven is starting to.
I think he has something happened with his injury, so I think
so
he got a setback.
He's had a setback. Okay, but I would start to play now 3 or 4 of the youngsters between now and the end of season, and I would make sure that we are ready. Every first team player is ready.
That one I agree.
Harry Maguire as come May 1st for me. That's what I would do. I think we've got to be prepared for that. I think if we carry on and start playing these players at Wolves on Sunday, and it's for me, it's not worth it. If we're a serious club now, we want to get in that Champions League. We can attract better players. Champions League football.
We can.
Yeah. Play the youngsters. And what harm's it going to do, Jarvis, if you play the youngsters? They're going to be ready for next season.
I totally agree. That's my thoughts exactly. So, but Andre, Stu, answer this. Could we possibly play Harry Maguire as a striker? Is it?
Can't do it at the minute because if you take Maguire out the back 3, you said it yourself.
If De Ligt comes back.
If De Ligt's free, why not? You could put Harry Maguire up there. He's going to do more at the minute than Højlund because he attacks better and he occupies defenders. But it's not the minute. Not for me.
No. Big up Eddie Football Waffle coming in and say big up Jarvis and Stu and all the chat. Some blushes spared, dropping a like and listening. Big up Eddie. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Eddie.
And we also have Rusty Shackleford coming in and saying
it's hard to argue with that. But I think it's going to be very. I think Bilbao will be a difficult one. I think we get through over 2 legs. I do. But you've got to make sure our first team, our Casemiros, our Brunos, our Maguires, we can't afford any injuries between now and May the 1st.
No.
So
but they won the game today against Rangers 2-0 at home.
They did. Rangers aren't a great team, are they? They're better now under Barry Ferguson. But
so let's just not want to go ahead of ourselves, but if you look at this, what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna do like this. So this is where their starting lineup. Nico Williams is a good player.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't see.
They were saying that Sanchez, who got one of the goals, number 8, he's on the yellow card day.
He's on the yellow card, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think we avoided yellow cards today, so I think we have all the players.
Harry Maguire's got a yellow, but I don't think we've got any ban issues.
The only players at risk was Casemiro and
Ugarte. They were fine.
Both of them, didn't get any cards as far as I know. But maybe
totally agree, Dan. Totally agree. That's what we think. Put the youngsters in now.
Yeah, but the thing is, we are at the tipping point. We need to keep the match fitness and momentum going. So we can't just
extend Casemiro's contract. That's an interesting question, that. I don't know, actually. I really don't know. Because we're starting to see the player that we saw in season 1 with us after about two months when he got to grips with the Premier League. We're starting to see a player who kind of understands the role that Amorim wants him to play. If we can't get if we can't sell him, you give him an extra year, probably. Yeah, I think he might.
Well, you still have 2 years left on his contract.
He's still got 2 years on his contract. Yeah.
But he's not going anywhere if not Saudi coming in, and that's.
Yeah, I don't. You'd have to half his wage. I agree with DJ Superfly guy. You'd have to half his wage. I totally agree with that. I think you've got to sort his salary. I don't think I don't think he goes in the summer. I think we have to half his salary. Totally agree. I think that's a great shout. DJ Superfly guy, and Danny B agrees.
I think this question is about Højlund.
Højlund is Højlund just needs to. We just need to be able to take Højlund out of the equation. Me and Jarvis talked about this, Andre, a few weeks ago. I said I'd have given him 2-3 weeks off when Xerxes was fit. Now we can't because Xerxes isn't fit, which is why I would give Obi a chance ahead of him.
Yeah, I would play Obi. I think Højlund is beyond salvation.
Yeah,
it's beyond salvation. We need to go.
We need to get Mount playing regular. We need to start Mount against Wolves on Sunday. We need to. I don't know what they'll do with Luke Shaw, but we've got to rest as many players as we can now till May the 1st. That's our season. Again, our season is now May the 1st.
We have one ace up our sleeve.
And that's
Ahmad. That's Ahmad.
Well, yes,
if he goes back, and he could make the semi-finals. Okay. So
brilliant.
I would do everything to get him fit, but would you start him in the semi-final games if he's back?
Yeah, he's fit. Yeah.
Where? In the number 10 or wing back?
I'll play him at the 10 and probably in place of Garnacho.
That's a controversial one. I think Garnacho was one of the best today.
Yeah, but the thing is, football's about controversy. Football is about getting the best out of your squad. And this is why I love football. A lot of fans love Garnacho. A lot of fans love Ahmad. But for the type of game that Bilbao presents, is it better for Ahmad to be in or is it better for Garnacho to be in? And that's how you've got to look at it.
When it comes to football, I like keeping players who has the momentum going. And for now, I see Garnacho has the momentum. I don't want to stop that. And I saw Amorim do this after the international break because we had the momentum going on players like Bruno, Cherki, and then suddenly changed everything up.
Yeah, if he'd added goals, Garnacho, I'd be more inclined to say, Ahmad doesn't guarantee you goals. He's a bigger goal threat.
Yeah. Danny B comes in and says Ahmad for the second leg would be a blessing. I play him as wing back.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and Andre comes in and say both you and Arsenal need a good striker.
Yes, that's very true.
Who is it? The Arsenal striker now is Mainoo, the centre back.
Well, Marino's been scoring for fun, hasn't he? Well, he's certainly scored a few goals.
He would probably do better than Højlund, to be honest.
Well, that's not exactly difficult at this point in time, old friend.
I think we run through all the clips. We have done 1 hour 30 minutes, so it's been a good show.
Good show.
What day is it today? It's Thursday.
Thursday. We play Sunday, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Sunday.
I will see maybe if I have the time. It's Easter holiday, so maybe I will do a show Saturday. I don't know if you're available, Stu, but let's see what happens.
I don't know yet, as you're quite right, it's Easter, and I'll be available Sunday, and then I'll fly out to China Monday.
Yeah. Hopefully, I will call my friend Andre, and we'll grab a beer and celebrate Easter.
So I won't be around for Jarvis Corner.
Well, Mick is in Sweden now, so he will be
flying to China.
First time?
First time I've been to China, yeah.
Wow. Well, that will be nice. I wish you luck. We will talk on at least Sunday for sure, maybe Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let me know what. I'm unfortunately DJ Superfly guy. I'm there on business, and then I'll be back for Jarvis Corner the following week. But then on the Tuesday, I'll fly off to Bratislava for a few days, business as well. So I've got a lot on my plate at the minute, guys. But I will be around. I'll be around when I can.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Stu. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you too, friend. I love the Devilish Tacticos. 332 watching us tonight, pal, has been phenomenal.
Twitter and YouTube. Thank you, everybody.
Phenomenal.
300 on
Phenomenal.
Twitter
Thank
at the
you.
moment, 31 on YouTube. If you haven't, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Ghostface, DD Superfly,
Top
J
man.
United,
Top man. Thank you
Gavin
for that.
Underwood. Thank you. Who else is here? Nash. Ahmad is free from 10 Haram. Andre, all of you legends, thank you for tuning in. We will be back at least Sunday, so keep your eyes out for the shows. Subscribe to Tactical Devils and press that bell so you will get a notification. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Stu.
Pleasure.
And
I really enjoyed the show tonight. Brilliant.
yes. It's good to be a United supporter for once.
For once, it is,
Let's
yes.
enjoy.
And it all come crashing down around our ears again on Sunday, won't it? We'll forget all of this on Sunday.
Let's just be happy for once.
Yes, let's be happy. I totally agree.
Have a good one, everybody, and
take care, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.